Hi everybody, thank you for joining me again. John here with another high-rise epic. This is going to be a long video, but I need to get this out. It's a consolidation of my past almost 2 years of research into anomalies and artifacts that I've discovered on Mars, and we'll be connecting some dots. The special edition, the discs and domes of Mars, and I'll be presenting these by category. A quick footnote before we get cracking on. Featured here are a few examples of odd geometric objects I've discovered on Mars over the past almost 2 years. The geometry of these objects suggests they may possibly be artificial in nature. I cannot say for sure until we get boots or drones on the ground to verify exactly what these objects are. The information I present here is based on pure speculation and by no means definitive. It is a bit controversial. The first category, Jupiter 2 and classic UFOs. For reference, I've included the title of the YouTube video that you'll find these objects featured in. You can find these at the bottom of each image, as well as the link to the original NASA image as well. And I've got a scale indicator you can use for your own research. So I estimate this craft or object to be about 6 meters across, and that little dark spot or little dome in the center is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter, and we can see this sort of disc-shaped object, and it's lodged itself into the Martian surface. The next one we're checking out is right there, also a very similar type of craft, about 4 to 5 meters in diameter. And this little round part on top is about 1 meter to 1.5 meters in diameter. Also, we can see a disc shape to it with what looked like 2 little winglets on either side. Also seems to have crashed over here in this little square area that's been cleaned out on the surface. Could that have been a little landing pad? Here we're looking at another circular object. This one's about 3 to 4 meters in diameter. Maybe it's resting on the side of this strange looking metallic artifact over there. Check at the straight edge. You can also see a very strange oblong feature on the top of this object. Here we've got another one that looks similar, a little bit smaller. This one's about 3.5 meters across, and the little dome on top is about 1 meter in diameter. So let's zoom up close. Check at the alignment of these smaller objects around it. Also looks like some type of landing pad possibly. This looks as if it's been wrecked. There's still a nice rounded part over here to the back. Check at this very bright smooth disc. This one's about 12 to 14 meters in diameter, and it looks as if it's lying up against some boulders to the right. Look at this convex shape to it, very smooth bright disc with a nice rounded edge to it. This one's about 10 meters in diameter, and also smooth bright surface, also nice rounded side, and it seems to be lying up against this rectangular block. There's another similar object over here, about 10 to 12 meters in diameter, and also partially buried over there to the bottom left. So a bright smooth disc-like object, convex in shape, and a nice rounded side to it as well. Here we got a similar one. This one's about 12 meters in diameter, and we zoom up close. Partially damaged, convex in shape, but check out that little triangular feature on the top. Very weird. And we've got a similar object. This one's about 12 meters in diameter as well. And it's got a smooth, bright surface, also convex in shape. Nice rounded side. Also partially covered in sand. Okay, yeah, we're looking at another disc-like object. This one's huge. It's about 15 meters to 18 meters across. And it's got a rather strange slot cut into the one side towards the center. So nice round disc, partially covered in sand and dust. Okay, yeah, we've got a similar disc-like feature in there as well. Both of these are about 10 to 12 meters in diameter. Let's check out this one. It seems to be partially covered in sand. Looks as if it crashed over here and pushed that sand up to the top left. Check out the convex shape and also a nice rounded side. Smashed up whatever that is. We've got another similar one over here, about 12 meters across. Also very bright surface to it. Okay, yeah, we're looking at this disc-like object to the right, and it's about 8 meters in diameter. It's a perfect circle and a very flat, smooth object. Lying here against some boulders and rocks. Okay, now we're checking out another disc. This one's about 12 meters in diameter, and it's also got a nice rounded side to it, partially buried, covered in sand to the left, and on top looks like there's a little opening over here perhaps. Not quite sure, with a dark spot right there on top. I don't know what that is. Could even be a little triangle on top of this disc. And there to the side we've got like a ring part. Don't know what that is. Okay, another disc-like object here to the left. And this one's about 8 meters across. And this little dome over there is about 1.5 meters in diameter. A nice round side to it. Also it looks as if it crashed here into the surface. Okay, yeah, we're looking at a rather odd item as well. Right there in the center. And that's about 2.5 to 3 meters across. And it's inside this circular depression. And it's like an oval shape, almost like a little cone. Check at the point over here. Don't know what that could be either. Rather odd that it's in this circular depression and sits there right on top of this little mound. Okay, this one about 6 meters across, and also looks slightly smashed up, but a little bit bent over here on this one side. Generally round in shape. Okay, another disc. This one looks rather strange, like it's been covered with something. It's about 8 meters in diameter. And also it's got a nice round edge to it. Check at this, it looks almost like it's been draped in something. There's another one, about 12 meters in diameter, and it's got a little dome there near the center, 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter. There's a smaller one, about 6 meters in diameter, and that little dome on it is about 1 meter to 1.5 meters in diameter. You can see the round side there, and the rest is covered in sand and dust. Looks as if it's been pushed up to the left. Okay, here's a partial disc, about 12 meters in diameter, and also on top it's got this oval protrusion or part to it. Check it, the nice round shape to it. I don't know what this could be. Maybe this is even a flat stone object. This piece has been broken off. I don't know, maybe it's been crushed. If it's a type of a craft, who knows. Okay, here's another one. That one's about 10 meters in diameter, and it's also got a nice round shape to it, convex in design, with a little triangle or pyramidal feature there to the one side. Check out this disc. This is about 12 meters in diameter as well, and convex in shape and design. Nice rounded side, partially covered in sand over there to the top left, and then in the center we've got that little part casting that shadow. Another disc, 12 meters in diameter, and got a nice circular design to it, and something weird going on top. Circular design with those smaller parts, and this bright part right there in the center. Looks very similar to one that's got 5 sides, which I'll feature just now. Check out this one, about 8 meters in diameter, and again it's got a nice circular design to it, partially covered in sand on the one side, and then there in the center that little object casting that shadow, be a little dome maybe. Okay, there's a smaller disc there. That one's about 6 meters across, so very nice round side to it, smooth bright surface lodged into the surface. Okay, another disc over here. One's about 8 meters in diameter, and it's also got a rounded design. This one also looks smashed. Check out the bends in this one side, and then there in the center also, don't know what could be going on there, but it's also casting that shadow. Definitely some type of protrusion. Okay, here's a disc with 2 smaller parts on it, and that has a diameter of about 8 meters, and each of these is about 1.5 meters in diameter. Nice round design as well, covered in sand. Looks as if it's crashed into the surface from top right to bottom left, with these 2 smaller parts on top. Very symmetrical placement through the center line. Check out this one. This is about 6 meters in diameter, and it's got a strange shape to it. Check out this. Got 2 straight lines running through there, and then it's rounded to the back, and that seems to extend over the top with that little dome right there in the center. Almost like a elliptical shape to it. This one about, let's see, 8 meters across, and on top it's got this little pyramidal feature, so rounded, convex in design. Most of these things look smashed up, which is about 6 meters in diameter, and a little more pristine, very bright, smooth surface. Then we've got the round side over there. There's another one, and this one is about 8 meters in diameter, also partially buried. Half of it is covered in sand, check that out. And then the piece that's visible, it's got a nice round design to it. Also convex in design. Okay, check this out. This one's almost completely covered in sand. And just this one little part sticking out with a little dome right there in the center. And that dome's about 2 meters in diameter. This one's about 6 meters in diameter. Very nice round edge to it, partially covered in sand as well. And it's got a little sphere on it right there, about 1 meter in diameter. This object over here has a diameter of about 6 meters, and then it's got a little cone-like feature right there in the center. Also got a nice rounded design to it. Check out this one. It's a very bright, smooth object, convex in design. Check out the nice rounded side to it as well. This disc over here is about 10 meters in diameter, and also a very smooth flat surface, and a little dome-like feature right there in the center of about 2 meters across. Also it seems to have crashed here. Another bright object over here, about 10 meters in diameter, and again nice round side to it, and in the center a little dome that's about 2 meters across. There's another bright disc over here, 10 meters in diameter, and also convex in shape. Here's another disc-like object. This one's huge, it's almost 15 meters across, and seems to be covered by something over here, like it's been lodged in underneath this rounded part. Is this maybe a destroyed hangar entrance? Check out the nice round disc shape to it, and that little dome is about 2 meters in diameter. I'll check out some more that seem to have tried to park in these hangars. Here's a rather strange one. This is in Kanowski. Very strange object indeed. That's about 10 meters across. And this bright dome-like part on top is about 4 meters across. So check out the design as well. Rounded on this side with 2 straight sides there. And then, I don't know, is that maybe round over here as well? Check the symmetry out on this object. Okay, here's another one. This one's about 10 meters in diameter. And it's this classic saucer and dome. Very blurry part of this photograph, but you can see the larger disc and the dome on top, which is about 2 to 3 meters in diameter. There's another one. This one's about 7 meters to 6 meters in diameter, and it's also got a little dome on it. It's about 4 meters in diameter as well. To get this strange one, this object is about 12 meters across, and on top we've got another dome, and it's partially covered in sand and dust on this one side. Okay, then we're getting to the Jupiter 2 type craft. This is from Curiosity rover, and from Sol 2432. Pity this is such a low res image, but there's what looks like a Jupiter 2 back there. Very bright object. Check out the dark spots in it. Those look like portals or windows with a line running through the side, perched right there on top of that ridge line. And the other one is from the MOC, taken in 2000, and it's the famous Jupiter 2. Check there, and there it is close up. Also a bright shiny object with these dark windows or portals on the side. Over to the Haunebu category. The objects in this category look like military type of hardware. This one's about 12 meters across, and on either side of the dome we've got these two smaller parts. So a nice rounded side to it, partially bent and then covered in sand and dust on the left. All of these seem to have come in from the east to the west and sort of crashed into the Martian surface. Yeah, again, this one's about 10 meters across, and the dome-like feature on top is about 4 meters in diameter. Get that? Okay, here's another one. This one's about 10 meters in diameter, and that little dome on top is about 4 meters in diameter as well. Check this out. You've got a rounded side here, two straight sides there. This is covered so we can't see the rest of it, but check out, it goes around. So like almost like a larger disc with a smaller part at the back, and then that dome right there in the center. There's another disc over there. Check, there's another one over here. So we're going to be checking that one out. That's about 10 meters across, and this feature on top is about 4 meters across there. So there's a rounded disc shape to it, and then 4 dark spots arranged in a square pattern around the dome in the center. Check this one out. That's about 6 meters across, and also rounded disc shape with a strange dome-like feature on the top, and the sand has been pushed up to the left. Another one that's about 6 meters in diameter, and the little dome on it is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter. Check out, it's crashed into the surface over here. Could this be some type of wreckage here to the bottom left? Definitely elevated off the surface. Check that out. Okay, check this one. This is a huge object. It's almost 20 meters across, and that dome-like feature on top is about 8 meters across. And check that out. Also has a disc shape to it, partially bent, dented in on this one side. And then if there was a center line drawn through here, we've got that there going through the center. We've got on either side of the center line those two smaller parts. Also some geometry and symmetry there. Check it, this one. These look almost like pull box type of designs. This one here too. This is about 15 meters in diameter, and that semicircular part on top is about 8 meters across. Very straight edge to it, nice rounded part on the left, and then this bent up disc shape to it. Rather strange items around it. almost like a little landing pad as well. Check it, the way these have been arranged in a circular pattern. Another weird one over here with multiple ports on top. It's about 15 meters in diameter, and that bright round part on top in the center is about 4 meters in diameter. And again, if we draw a center line through there, we've got these two objects over there in that line, and then on either side of the bright part we've got those two parts over there. Very weird. Here's another one, and this one's about 12 meters across, and the little dome on top, that's about 4 meters in diameter. We draw a center line through there. We've got on either side of the dome, we've got two very similar parts. Check at that, also partially covered in sand to the left. There's another similar design. This one's about 12 to 15 meters in diameter, and the teardrop dome-like feature on the top, that's about 6 meters long, and also a nice rounded shape to it, partially covered in sand. We draw a center line through there. We've got two parts on either side. Also some symmetry and geometry in that design. Here's the object that Tyler from Secure Team 10 featured recently on his channel. It's about, let's see, 14 to 15 meters across, and that dome in the center is about 4 meters across, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight sides to it, and then something strange going on over here. Check out the rounded parts. Very strange object that indeed. Check out this one. This disc is about 8 meters in diameter, and the little dome on it is about 3 meters in diameter. So there's a rounded side to it. And then this one is partially covered in sand on the right. Evidently came in from the west to the east. And check out this strange structure here to the right. We've got, it looks almost like a rib cage. There's the center going through there, a rib across here, across there, and across here. Looks like some type of wreckage or structure. And there's another disc-like object next to it. There's a little triangular object. I think I'll do another video soon about all the triangular objects that look like miniature TR3Bs. Not that they are, just that they are triangular in shape. Okay, here's another one. That one is about 8 meters in diameter, and a little dome-like feature on top is about 3 meters in diameter. So it's got a nice round design to it, partially covered in sand on the left. Here's a larger disc. This is about 12 meters in diameter, and the dome on it is about 4 meters in diameter, with the disc shape to it, also partially covered in dirt, also bent up a bit. Check out this one. That's about 15 meters in diameter, and the part in the center, that's about 5 meters long. Part there's 5 meters long, with like a disc shape to it, with a straight edge running through there, and then through the center line we've got this triangular part that's slightly raised up off the larger disc. Here's a nice example. This one's almost pristine. Pity it's covered in sand and dust. This is about 10 meters in diameter, and the perfect circular dome on top, that is about 6 meters in diameter. Now check that out. Swamp gas, weather balloon, absolutely for sure. Okay, check these out, two of the same. That one there is about, let's see, 12 meters in diameter, and that dome on top, that is about 6 meters in diameter. This one seems to have crashed from the west to the east. Nice disc shape to it and a dome on top. There we got another one. That one's about 12 meters in diameter, and this part on top about 8 meters across, and it looks as if it's been dented in. Very similar to the one just before this. However, this one looks a bit more smashed up. Not as pristine as this one. Uncanny resemblance. Okay, there's another bright object, 8 meters across, and that little dome on it is about 2 meters in diameter. There's another strange disc-like object there. It's almost like a batarang. That out. Here's one of those that looks as if it's also tried to park in a hangar. Was this destroyed in some type of catastrophe? Didn't quite make it in or out. That disc is about 5 meters in diameter, and the little dome on it is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter. As I say, it looks as if this was a type of an entrance, and it bent in over here. So was the disc leaving or entering? Here we're looking at a similar one, about 5 meters in diameter, and the dome on it, that's about 2.5 to 3 meters across. Similar size here as well, about 5 meters across, and that little part on top doesn't quite look like a dome. That's about 3 meters across. Rather strange. Don't know if that's a disc. It does have a rounded side to it. Because it's buried, we can't say for sure. Check it, this one. Also about 6 meters to 5 meters in diameter. And the dome on it is about 3 meters across. This bright object there, just to the top right, it's about 8 meters across, and the little dome on it is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter, covered in sand and dust on this one side. This object over here is about 12 meters in diameter, and that smaller part on top is about 1.5 to 2 meters across. Check out this bright object. That's about 8 meters in diameter, and the smaller part is about 4 to 3 meters across. Looks almost like that there could be a little saucer on its own, a little dome on it, parked on top of this larger structure. Not sure. Check this one out. This is about 12 meters across, and also has a sort of indentation on the one side, And then this teardrop plectrum shaped part in the center, that's about, let's see, 3 to 4 meters across that way. Check out the geometry in these two sides, the way that these two rounded sides follow the same geometry into the center line over there. The next category is crescents and batarangs, and there's the first one. This is about 12 meters across, and up close we can see the typical crescent shape, the larger rounded part here, partially covered in sand, and then the part at the back. There's another one, it's also about 12 meters across, and that little dome on it is about 2 meters in diameter. It's also got the round side and then the typical crescent rounded part at the back. Check that out. There's another one, also about 12 meters across, and the little dome on it is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters in diameter. So the larger rounded disc with the typical rounding at the back. Also came in from the east to the west. There's another one. This one's about 12 meters across, maybe a little bit bigger, and that little dome on it is about 3 meters in diameter. We've got the typical rounded part, and then the crescent arc through it there. This one's a little bit narrower than the previous ones. There's another one there. Also a very good example of these crescent shaped objects. It's about 12 meters across, and the little dome on it is about 2 meters in diameter. Got the larger rounded part here, and the rounded edge over there. Also, this one came in from the west to the east, like some of the other discs we've checked. And then underneath here, that looks like a metal plate. Wonder if this was a little structure perhaps. Maybe it's debris or wreckage. That out. Okay, here's another very strange, almost like a batarang. That thing's about 12 meters across. Little dome on it, about 2 meters in diameter. Got a rounded design to it, and then this nice geometry in the design on the back. Rather unusual. There's a smaller crescent shaped object there, which is about 5 meters in diameter, and the little dome on top is about 1.5 meters to 1 meter in diameter. Got the rounded part there and the smaller rounded edge there, and also it seems to have pushed the sand up to the left over here, coming in from an easterly to westerly direction. Next category, domes or biospheres. Check that out there. That's about 6 meters in diameter, and if we zoom up close, you can see it's got this convex design to it, next to what looks like the top of a wall maybe. Very smooth surface to it. Check how reflective it is on the one side. There's another one. This one's about 8 meters in diameter, and it's also got this dome design to it, convex in shape. So very reflective on this side. This one's about 10 meters in diameter, between 8 and 10 meters in diameter, and also very reflective on this one side. Excellent example I'm not sure how to classify this one. It even looks like a type of a fossilized shell. But I thought I'd pop it in here. It's about 6 to 8 meters across. So I've got this rounded dome shape to it. Check it this side. Looks almost like a top of a shell. But who knows, maybe that's a little opening over there, an entranceway. With that little dome on top, which measures about a meter, meter and a half in diameter. The other or miscellaneous category, got a nice chevron object over there. That's about, I'd say, 20 meters wide and about 10 meters across. And if we zoom up, it looks almost like a B2 design with the flying wing characteristic. It's also got some geometry and symmetry to it. If you draw a center line through there to the apex, we've got these two V shapes on the back of this object. Rather strange. Through the center line also on either side, we've got those two dark spots, almost like they could be part of a propulsion system. Just speculating again. There's another one. This one's about 15 to 20 meters across and about 10 meters wide. If we zoom in on it, you can see it's also got a similar chevron type of design to it. Center line through there to that apex. We've got the two slots in the back over there. So could these two chevron shaped craft be drones? Who knows? And then I thought I'd pop this one in under other or miscellaneous. It looks a lot like the Baltic Sea Anomaly or Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. It's got a disc design to it with these two parts coming off the one side. And the disc is about 10 meters in diameter, and the straight part coming off there, that's about 6 meters long. So the disc about 10 across, and this piece over here about 6 meters long, as well as this one over here. Check, they're almost parallel to each other. Very strange object. As I said, looks a lot like the Millennium Falcon. That's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. I think it's very compelling evidence that there might be something more going on except boulders and rocks on Mars. And do let me know in the comments below your opinions and analysis, as well as your thoughts about the possibility that these might be craft or some type of structures. Also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or over at my blog. And if you'd like to contribute to my work and research, very kind if you do. I have a Patreon and PayPal account for those. And remember, if you subscribe, to hit the notifications bell. The links to all the social media in the video description below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.